Good afternoon to all my kings and my queens. I want to thank you for tuning in with another episode of Uniquely Divine with Tamara podcast. And in this podcast episode, I want to talk to you about making peace with your past. Oftentimes, we get so caught up on the things that we don't have. And we curse God. We ask ourselves, like, why we don't have the things that we are predestined to have. But if you think about it, it's for our own cause. Because God sees things that we ask for and we don't, how can I put it? We don't realize that it cannot be for us in this moment, or either it's not for us at all. So oftentimes we get so mad, we just want to, get mad at Him, take our frustrations out on Him when it's just Him protecting us. We get so caught up in doing our own thing, and that's what's going to lead us to the wrong direction. So I want to encourage you to just make peace with your past, because the moments that broke you are going to be the moments that mold you into the person that you are today. Especially that in the season when you feel like you have no one, you could just look up to Him and just know that He got your back no matter what. And it's going to be times where you just feel like you just don't know what to do with your life, or you don't feel like you don't know where your life is headed. But just keep going, because it's going to be some times where you just feel like, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right track? Because God is going to give you signs. He's going to give you visions. But He wants you to keep going, because that vision is going to lead you to destiny. We may not know what path we have to take or anything like that, but He wants you to know that without faith, we have nothing. So keep going, keep pressing. Like when I got that vision that He gave me in my bathroom, I didn't know what it was. I used to always pray about my purpose, but I realized that vision that He gave me was my purpose. And I didn't realize that until I actually sat down, got some alone time with Him, and it was revealed to me. So you have to do the work. You have to do the work that He has for you. You may not know what it is. You may feel like giving up, or you may feel like you just don't know where your life is headed, or something like that. I know we have a lot of reasons to not go forward, not to prosper in this world, but I just want to let you know that God got your back no matter what. When you feel like you're alone, when you feel like you have nobody to talk to, just know that He will never leave you nor forsake you. So keep going, keep pressing, no matter what you go through. You will overcome it, because He has placed you with He has placed the power on the inside of you to keep going. So no matter what, do you. People are gonna talk about you. People are gonna laugh at you because you're doing something out of the out of the necessary, out of the unknown. So once you have that time to actually put you first and forget about what people have to say, that's when you start to prosper. That's when you elevate. That's when you become who God has created you to do, to be. And if you think about it, Job was tested in so many ways. He lost his family, he lost his animals, he lost everything, and never did he curse God. And He still blessed him despite of. And that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to bless Him. He wants us to bring people into His kingdom. He wants us to be living vessels so He can flow through us, because we're not in this body alone. A lot of people think that we are, but we are not in this body alone. But it takes you to actually realize that when you fast away from the world, when you actually get that time to just be who He has created you to be. Take the limitations off your mind. Take the limitations off your life, period. And once you start to realize those things, that's when your life is going to change in a drastic way. But all He wants you to do is lean into Him, focus on Him, and make peace with your past. No matter how hard it was, no matter how detrimental it was, how bad it broke you, it's only to mold you. It's only to uplift you. It's only to inspire you, because you never know who can benefit from your story, who can be a blessing from, get a blessing from your story. Especially if you already walked down that road and you see somebody, or somebody that's inspired by your work, and they say that they went down the same path or something similar. Now you have the knowledge and the tools to tell them don't walk down that road, because you gained that knowledge to share your story. So keep going. because so many people can benefit from what you're doing or what you have to say. And if you have that story to share, if you have that story to tell, somebody can benefit from it. You can be a blessing. Share your light. Continue to be the light. Because not everybody's going to walk down that path. Not everybody has the answers. Not everybody can talk to a certain person without being judged. This generation is so judgmental. They're so quick to judge. They're so quick to downsize people, and make them feel like they're less than. But all in all, they have nobody to turn to. So that's the reason why they turned out the way that they did. Not knowing that it's a story behind it. So if you have the story, you have the answers to that person's story, don't hide it. Share it in whichever way. You can start a podcast, you can start a YouTube channel, you can do whatever you want to do. But don't be selfish. It may not be the end of your story, but you can document it throughout the process. Continue to shine your light. And you may not know how much that can benefit you. Because God, that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to share your story. That's how he gets his glory. That's how he gets his glory. Y'all heard my story. I didn't let that hold me. I didn't let that hinder me. But instead, I turned my pain into my purpose. I turned my pain into something that was useful, into somebody that needed to hear my story, for somebody that can benefit from my story. So if I can do it, you can do it. Stop being selfish. Don't sit on your dream. Share your story. Because when you share it, you have so much, you're benefiting somebody else. And like I said in my last podcast episode, we're not here by ourselves. We're not here for ourselves. So share your story. Share your light. Continue to give gratitude. Continue to be a blessing to the young men, young women, or maybe even older. Because we all go through life problems. Some are going to make us, some are going to break us. But you have the power in your hands to create your own reality. You have the power to shift someone else's light. Be a blessing to someone else. So no longer let that pain hurt you. Like I said, you cannot let your past determine your future. Because you won't get far if you look at it like that. Your past is only going to let you go but so far. So look at those moments, embrace them, and keep going. Keep going. Look at the brighter side. Look at the bigger picture. How can I be a blessing? How can I get out of my own way? And that's another thing. We have to get out of our own way, because we think a thought, and that thought has a whole control of our world, our own world. So control your emotions, control your thoughts, control the way that you talk to people, control the way that you look at people, because you never know what this person may be facing behind closed doors. You never know what that person may be battling with. And a lot of people don't like to share their story. So be mindful of those things. And don't let those moments become who you are. I know we all make mistakes, but don't let it become something that you're used to do. Like, don't let it become a habit. Because we're so quick to judge, but put you on the back burner. It's time to put you on the back burner. Serve. And a lot of people ask, like, how can I get this multi-million-dollar business or things like this? You have to serve. You have to serve. Serve your gifts. Serve to the people. Serve to your community. Whatever your business you're trying to do. Whatever it is, it could be an eyelash company. You got to serve. You got to give knowledge. You got to post every day. You got to stay consistent. And not only consistency, you got to stay disciplined. Because I know I have my days when I don't want to do nothing. But I know that it's people waiting for me. I know that God is telling me, girl, get out this bed. Get out this bed. You being lazy. He gave us free will, but I chose not to do that. I chose not to do my way anymore. Have my way anymore. It's time for me to put myself on the back burner, continue to show up for the people that's in need of my story, for the people that can benefit from my story, for the people that can get use from it. So if this makes sense, you gotta love you first in order to serve. So make them self-love adjustments. Love you, because that's the only way that we can actually serve. Love yourself first. Be pure enough to send that love, because if you're giving from an empty well, then that's not the right way to do it. But you have to be whole enough to actually give yourself to other people. So don't be selfish in this season. This season of your life is the best season of your life. It may not seem like it for the time being, but you have the power to change everything that you want to change. That can be with finances, that could be with your place of living, like anything that you want to change. You have the power to fix it, because you got dominion over the world. If you didn't know, you have the power to change everything that you don't like about yourself. Anything. So do it. Use it. Don't take it for granted, and don't sit on it. You got talent. You got purpose on the inside of you. You got gifts. But it's up to you to use it. It's up to you to bring it into fruition. Whatever it is that you're desiring, it's already yours. Because if you're thinking about it and you already got that thought that it's yours, it's already yours. But you just have to come up with ways to bring it into your reality. So don't be selfish. Invest in you. Don't be scared to invest in yourself. That's another thing I had to realize. Because at one point in time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I said, I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know my gifts at the time. But it took me to do some soul searching to figure out why I was created. So I encourage you to do the same thing. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself the way that you want other people to love you. And most of all, make peace with your past. And if that requires you to cut some people off, some family members off, I love you, God bless you, and bye. That's it. You don't owe no explanation. You don't. Because God hears conversations that we cannot hear. He hears and sees things that we can't see. And I'm just being real. Because it's been times where I've been wanting people to stick around and they eventually just fall off my life. And I just know that it was nothing but God. And we have to stop that as well, because not everybody is predestined for your future. Everybody can't go. No matter how bad you want them to go, they're not willing to go. So don't force it. Don't force nobody in your life. They willing to walk away, let them go. You got to be so disciplined on what you want in this season of your life. You have to, because nobody else is going to give it to you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So you got to want it. You have to do the things that look crazy to other people in order for you to make it to your next level. You have to. And a lot of people are not going to understand why you went through what you went through. But that's okay, because as long as you know, that's all that matters. Stop trying to make everybody else happy. Especially if they don't want to be happy. You got to put you first. You got to learn how to love you. And learn how to be a blessing from a distance. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Because in those moments when you feel alone, when you feel like you have no one, and you can't talk to nobody because there's nobody there, it's okay too, because it's going to mold you into that individual that you are today. And that's the part of the isolation process. God is going to remove some people. He's going to remove some things that you thought that you would never get rid of. You're going to have to make some sacrifices in this season. You're going to have to be willing to stop the drinking, stop the partying, stop the smoking. Everything that brought harm to you, what you thought was peace, he's going to ask you to sacrifice those things. And for everybody, it may be different. But I know for me, it was the smoking. When I never really smoked weed or anything. It was just like hookah, drinking and, sex. Like stuff like that. Like I had to stop those things in order for me to make it to my next level. I had to. I just had to put a note of those things because I know that it wasn't uplifting the kingdom of God. It wasn't uplifting his kingdom in any way possible. And I had to surround myself with like-minded people. Even if I don't have anybody, I started to watch motivational videos, like things that were going to uplift my spirit. So invest in yourself in this season. Listen to the podcast. Listen to motivational videos. Listen to gospel music. Things that are going to uplift you. Feed your mind. Never stop feeding your mind. Because your mind is the roadmap to success. And in order for us to elevate, we got to go back to that childlike mindset. Jesus said that in the Bible. In order for you to enter into the kingdom of heaven, you have to go back to that childlike mindset. Because the world will tell us when we start to dream about things, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Who told you can do that? You need to go back to that job. Go back to your 9 to 5. Like when people surround yourself from the people. Do not get away from them. Get away from them because they are going to continue to break you down. They are going to continue to bash you when they see you doing something great. And that's okay. That is okay. But those people are going to be so confused when they see you make it to your level. Make it to your destiny that God has predestined for you. That's okay. Be willing to be called crazy. And don't laugh at them when you make it. Don't laugh at them. Come back and get them. Come back and pick them up. Show them how you made it to your level. How you made it to your destiny. But they're gonna have to hit rock bottom in order for them to go to their next level. They have to. But don't let that. Don't get that braggadocious spirit. Don't. Because that's going to bring you back to the level that you was once on before. Don't look down on him. Just look up to him, the one that sent you, the one that allowed you to make it. And he's going to do the rest. But most of all, you have to be at peace with your past. You have to. You have to. Because those moments in your past, it molded you. It made you stronger. It pushed you to make the decisions and the sacrifices that you make today. But you got it. You got it. I have faith in you, but it takes you to have faith in yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your life. Somebody is waiting for you to show up. Even if it's one person, they're waiting. They're waiting. But it takes you to show up on a daily basis. You have to want it. You have to want it. Make the sacrifices. Make the changes to make you the best version of yourself. Get rid of them limited beliefs. Clear your mind. Declutter so you can hear God's voice so clearly. And so you can make it to your next level. Like I said, your mind is the roadmap to success. So think positive. State your affirmations. And just know that God got your back. He's going to see you through. So keep going. Keep pressing. Like I said, I have faith in you, and I want to see all of you succeed. I want to see all of you reach the top of the top, the highest of the high. But you have to want it for yourself to make a difference. But I thank you for tuning in with another episode of Uniquely Divine with Tamara Podcast, and I'll check in with y'all next time.